ADA on the BTC pair is a very interesting data piece that I want to break down for ADA charts and Cardano holders. And I also want to dig into the ADA, just shorter term price action, what to anticipate right now in terms of ADA and what it's doing. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. Let's jump into the video. This is crazy. Bitcoin, I can't believe Bitcoin halving is here again. I mean, we're just weeks away. And before I even dive into the video, I have to do this. I'm sure there's new people watching. I know I say this all of the time. The move that is currently happening where you see Bitcoin, and this applies to all of crypto in general, the move that is happening, Bitcoin breaking this lower high Fibonacci retracement, it's an indicator, it's a bull market high to bear market low, right back into this resistance area. Bitcoin breaking that area prior to the halving has never happened. Every cycle before, it has happened after the halving, right? So that's last cycle. Here's the cycle before that happening after the halving. Here's the cycle before that, even all the way back in 2013, happening after the halving. I have to say that as we start really speculating about price right now, because Bitcoin and crypto markets have truly spoiled everybody. We should have months left of waiting and just wondering, are we going to enter another bull cycle? We should typically, if the cycle's repeated, we would have to still be waiting months for that moment. But it's already happened where we're getting this really bullish confirmation. I want to mention that. Now, in terms of the Bitcoin halving, here you can look at this horizontal line, give us a sense of where Bitcoin halving is, and Bitcoin just hovering just above the bull market doors there. I just want to go back and dissect before we start zooming in on the daily chart how Bitcoin interacted with halvings, because if you don't really get a sense or a visualization of how Bitcoin has interacted with halvings previously, I'm sure a lot of people from just at the surface of their mind, they're probably like, man, Bitcoin halving so bullish, Bitcoin's going to pump. Let's go look. Let's look at last cycle. This is what Bitcoin did. This is the Bitcoin halving right around here. Bitcoin very sideways for quite some time, right? Obviously, we had a really nice pump out of the COVID swing low, but going into that halving, even the week before, you can see it's kind of like a red week. And then the weeks following, just kind of just in this range, right? There was nothing crazy happening. A lot of volatility there. You can see Bitcoin generally bouncing around from like just over 10,000 to around, $8,600 or so. That's the range before it really got its breakout, right? Really months after the Bitcoin halving. And then again, even after that breakout, Bitcoin still hadn't broken this Bitcoin bull market door area until months later. And that's something that's already happened this cycle around. So that's last cycle. Pretty sideways, right? Nothing crazy happening. And then we go to the cycle before this, Bitcoin had another pump kind of previous to the halving. Even though that pump happened prior to the halving, huge weekly candle prior to the halving, even in anticipation of the halving.